Good morning. These are your Nassau Guardian highlights for Friday, April 10th, 2026, brought to you by Your Daily Bahamas Headlines, especially for people on the go and those who are visually impaired. We begin with the main story on the front page. A new development has been announced for the long-awaited redevelopment of the Grand Lucayan resort in Grand Bahama. U.S. developer Concord Wilshire said it has entered into an agreement with CTL Marine, a subsidiary of MSC Cruises, to advance plans for the property. According to the announcement, a parcel of land will be developed into what is described as a premier MSC Beach Club as part of a wider redevelopment vision. The broader project is expected to include additional developments such as cruise-related facilities, a marina, and a casino resort. Developers say the cruise resort and beach club could eventually attract more than 1 million visitors each year and help revitalize the Port Lucaya marketplace and surrounding businesses. However, the Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce says while it welcomes the potential investment, important details remain unclear. The Chamber is asking for clarification about the ownership structure of the property, environmental approvals, and how the project fits into the overall redevelopment plan for Grand Bahama. The Grand Lucayan has been a major issue for successive governments after the resort closed following Hurricane Matthew, and several proposed deals to redevelop it failed to materialize. Another major national story reports that the government has broken ground on a new community clinic in the Berry Islands. The $4 million facility will be built on bamboo kai and is intended to improve access to health care for residents in that family island community. Prime Minister Philip Davis said the clinic represents greater access to medical services for residents who often face long travel times to receive care. The planned 7,000 square foot facility will include emergency transport areas, treatment rooms, a morgue, and medical waste facilities. Health Minister Dr. Michael Darville said the clinic is part of a broader effort by the government to build 9 new clinics across the family islands so that residents outside the capital can access the same quality healthcare services available in New Providence and Grand Bahama. In other news, police investigations continue into the disappearance of a woman in Abaco. An American man, Brian Hooker, has been flown to Grand Bahama as authorities continue their inquiries into the disappearance of his wife, Lynette Hooker. According to reports, Hooker previously told police that his wife fell from a dinghy while the couple was traveling between Hopetown and Elbow Cay. His attorney says he denies any wrongdoing and is cooperating with authorities as the investigation continues. Meanwhile, preparations for the upcoming general election continue. Parliamentary Commissioner Harrison Thompson says nomination day is scheduled for April the 16th, while the advance poll is set for April 30th. Officials say nearly 203,000 people are now on the voters' register after the final day of voter registration earlier this week. Turning now to the editorial, the Nassau Guardian editorial is titled "A Persistent Illegal Immigration Crisis." The editorial argues that illegal immigration remains one of the top concerns for Bahamians heading into the May 12th general election. It notes that recent pledges by the government to impose tougher penalties on employers and individuals who violate immigration laws appear to acknowledge that the system has weaknesses. The editorial says the country continues to face significant pressure from migration flows from neighboring countries and argues that stronger action is needed to protect national security while maintaining order and fairness. Now, to the letters to the editor. The first letter is titled "Sailing Toward a Green Future, China, Bahamas, Green Cooperation. Opportunities in Light of China's 15th Five-Year Plan." The Chinese ambassador to the Bahamas highlights potential cooperation between the two countries in renewable energy, agriculture, disaster preparedness, and climate resilience. The letter suggests that solar and wind energy development could help the Bahamas reduce fuel imports and lower electricity costs. Another letter titled "Pintard's Politics is Vintage" satire defends Free National Movement leader Michael Pintard against criticism surrounding his 2003 book, Politics. The writer argues the book was intended as political satire rather than a literal handbook and says it was meant to humorously examine the realities and culture of Bahamian politics. Those are your Nassau Guardian highlights for today. For the full stories and many more, we encourage you to purchase a copy of the Nassau Guardian or visit their website to read the complete edition. Remember, Staying informed helps strengthen democracy. Enjoy your day, be blessed, and be a blessing.